All right, thanks for stopping by. My name's Ed Winslow, and I'm the creator of the 10x Virtual Commercial, which is the what I think is the ultimate in marketing for commercial real estate owners. I'm going to show you display ads. I'm going to explain what they are. I'm going to show you samples, where they appear. I'm going to show you everything that you need to know. I'm going to show you how they pair with the virtual tours. So why 10x virtual commercial real estate? Well, it's a great way. I think it's personally the ultimate way to attract tenants, maximize rents, and enhance your capitalization rate. So the 10x display ads with a 3D virtual tour starts with your prospects. And this is what your prospects are doing. This is how they're living. This is the life that we live in today. Everybody is digital, and they're on mobile phones or on laptops or on desktops. They're communicating many different ways via mobile, laptop, and desktop, via email, text, social media, Zoom, and word of mouth. We're living in a massive word of mouth world. Your prospects all have specific interests, and they're traveling all over the internet looking at certain things, and that data is stored, and we can tap into that data. It's called big data. And let's say your tenants have or your prospective tenants have an interest in art or ballet, or they're into powder skiing or exotic vacations or wine. They may be on different websites, medical sites, economic finance sites, art and architecture, wine, backcountry skiing, exotic scuba vacations, and vintage cars. So these are certain profiles that we can set when we set up our campaigns, because we want to get these ads in front of the exact laser targeted profile. And not just the profile, but it's also where they're located. So for example, they might be in Midtown, they might be the Upper East Side, Upper West Side. During COVID, they might be up in Westchester County or Fairfield County, Connecticut, Long Island, New Jersey, maybe even the Hamptons. So there's a lot of different geographic options. We can even get very hyper-local targeted. And these ads can run over and over. And let me show you exactly what they look like. So the 10x display ads. So here's an example on the New York Post. So the blue one on the right for Cogent Realty, this is the first ad that we started with numerous years ago, and it was one ad. And we ran the ad over and over. We found that the ad would sort of lose its luster after a couple months. And we would see the performance start to drop down, and then we would create another ad and we would see it pop back up. And so that's where we came up with the, we have access to the software. We own the software for creating the 10X program. And this is what we did. So we started to create a series of ads and like a whole campaign. And we would create 10 different ads. I've only got 8 here because of the size of the screen. I'm limited. But these ads would rotate every week. So we would run one ad a week for a period of 10 weeks. Now these ads also were retargeting ads as well. So when somebody would click these ads, and I'll show you where these ads appear, but they would click the ad, they would land on a page, and we would have a retargeting pixel, which is a code embedded into the back end of a website or a landing page. And then these ads would continue to follow and drip over and over time in front of this audience. So the ads, we create the ads in 15 different sizes because every site has different locations. There might be horizontal positions or vertical positions, different squares. They might be on apps. They might be on various news sites and sports sites and all kinds of sites, and including apps. So here's an example on the Weather.com. Here's what it would look like on the Weather.com. Here's another one. Here's a sample on Fox News. Here's one on AM NY New York. Here's another one on Radiocom. This is all part of the strategy. This is not like magazine advertising where you just pay one magazine, or you're advertising, only in the New York Times. We're getting on thousands of different sites and apps where your profile tenant is traveling online. Here's another one on the Weather.com, and you can see how they rotate. And then you can see up on the top as well. There's a horizontal on the top, and then here is another sample on the in a different design. So let me show you what happens when somebody's sitting on their mobile phone or their laptop, desktop, and they click one of these ads. So I'm going to show you two 3D tours. This one here is a vacant space. I'm going to show you also a furnished space as well. But you can see that you can easily click, and you can walk around the space. If you want, you can walk in. You can look at all the you can look at the windows. You can look at the ceiling. You can cruise around any way you want. And you can see down here on the lower left, you can look at and see the space from a couple different perspectives. I mean, this is even better than even being at the space in a lot of cases. You can look at the actual floor plan, and in here you can actually measure the space. So your architect or space planner can actually measure the spaces, and they can so they can measure the space for all your furnishings, your office, and where people are going to sit and where they're going to work. And let's take a look at another one here. And this is a fully furnished space here. And this is the experience that somebody would have. They click one of the ads, they land on one of these spaces, and you can see they can click around, and you can go look through the entire space. You can even go down the stairs, and you can walk down to the lower level. You can walk through the entire space. You can, if you want, you can walk down all the hallways. You can look at all the different views, and again, you've got your perspective from a couple different ways. This is pretty interesting. And you can look at your overall floor plan, and you can look at here. You can look at your second floor if you want. You can look at the first floor if you want. Okay. So let's look at the traffic. So this is from a low budget, an inexpensive budget that we ran for Cogent Realty Advisors, and they in a 90-day period, they got 100,000 views. They got 300 clicks. It generated a number of tenants that he worked with and closed deals with. It took time. It takes time with these deals. It's a long cycle. But if you look at the cost per click, I would say that the cost per click is probably more. You could say it's 30 to 60, but it's more 30 to 75. Let's say your average click was $50. For targeting, if you wanted to, advertise for office space for rent in Manhattan. At $50 a click, if you had 308 clicks, it cost you $15,000. Okay. This campaign, with everything that we set up, all the ad creation, all the targeting, custom strategy, was less than 20% of that. So it's extremely affordable. So as I mentioned, that you're going to pay significantly less than Google pay-per-click. So what we do is we design and create custom campaigns for each project. We do all the tenant profile research, the geographic research, the profile targeting, because what we're doing is we're looking at your space. Who's the ideal prospect, and how do we stay in front of them over and over and over until they're ready to make a commitment? And we also choose all the photos for each ad set. We design up to 10 ads in 15 different sizes per ad, so we're creating 150 ads. We also can create video ads, which are pretty awesome as well. We do all the campaign creation and launch. We set up all the reporting, so we're looking to see what's happening every month, how many impressions, how many clicks, and then we can optimize the ads every single month. So ads that are not performing, we can enhance their performance. And then we work to get put together the 3D tour and creation. And we can also work on setting up a landing page if need be. We can also create actual websites if need be. Um, so that pretty much wraps up the program. And you can contact us in New York at 212-509-4049, or you can contact us in Connecticut. Mitch Waldman's in New York City. I'm in Connecticut. This is Ed Winslow, 203-762-1366. You can visit the site at 10xdisplayads.com for more information. And just if you have any questions, just give us a call. If this is something that you want to get started with, we can turn it around and get it launched pretty quickly within a number of days sometimes.